KRBE.
Hello? All right, let's hit it. Time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
You're going to go to krbe.com/prank call requests. Requests with this to get in touch with Special K, who has a form. Fill out a form. That's not a prank. It's an actual form.
What if that is the prank?
Gotcha. What do you want this to be about? So what do we have today with these machines, Kevy?
Here we go.
Hey, Ryan. So my name is Ryan. Also, I just wanted to prank my mom and get Special K to call her. So she runs an after-school kids program with robotics and coding, and so I think it'd be cool just brighten her day with a little Special K magic and give her a little prank call.
Okay, so mom works for a robotics company, and what do they do?
And then they go to several different schools throughout the Houston area.
And let's say I have an issue with these robots while she's not there. Anything in particular?
Like they have like these little battery packs, so those could have exploded.
They move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that I could throw in?
I mean, I don't know if we want to get into that, but she is the mayor of Pattison, which is a city just north of Berkshire.
I've never heard of Pattison,
I'm
but
looking up right now.
But I don't know how I can fit that
she's
in.
the mayor. How many people are in that town?
Yeah, let's see. Pattison, Texas.
12?
Can I fit that?
Like, that sounds like I'll say 620.
Oh my God, you were almost right.
How much?
In 2023, the population of Pattison, Texas is 624.
No way.
You almost had it. You would have been the one that
I should be
leaves
the
contestant
mayor.
row on The Price is Right.
Put me in there.
You're by $4. All right, so what happens now, Kev?
Okay, let's call her as, say, the custodian, the maintenance man from the school.
Mm-hmm.
I have arrived this morning to find that these robots have come alive.
Oh, no. Oh, my
God. Okay, that she has left behind there. Here we go.
Good morning, this is Daphne.
Yes, ma'am, this is Derek. I'm a custodian at Academy.
Yes.
Obviously, you're not down here, right?
No.
Okay, but you run the robots?
Yes.
Well, I'm first one in here this morning, and ma'am, something ain't right with them.
You're an
Yeah, something ain't right with these. I don't know if they're mad or what. The battery pack thingies are popping.
I wonder if they were left, like we were there for summer 2 years ago. I bet you that's what's happening.
Okay, that makes sense. They are kind of dusty, and the big one has glowing red eyes, and I don't know, he seems like he's moving around and everything.
Oh my God.
That's scary.
I know, he's trying to stop me from leaving, I feel like. Ma'am, are they AI?
No.
I think them batteries gave them AI brains or something like that, because honestly, ma'am, they are looking at me, and I feel like they're coming alive and something.
Okay, do you want me to come pick them up?
No, ma'am, they're moving. I could blast them with a fire extinguisher. Are they gonna hurt me?
They ain't gonna hurt you.
Something ain't right with them. They're standing up right now. Oh, are they supposed to do that?
No.
Okay.
What is going on?
No, my God, they all got together and formed one. It's really weird, and they got me backed into a corner. Oh, God. Do you teach them how to do this?
My God.
Yeah, we got to be able to get smarter than the robot.
I'm going to call robotics and report you.
Okay, well, do you want me to give you the number?
No, I have it. I even know the mayor of Pattison, and she's a real scary woman. I'll call her, too.
Okay, well, good, because maybe she can come down there and eliminate those with her powerful gun that she has.
Oh my God.
You're going to need a big one because they all formed one.
Oh my God.
You seem tickled. You seem absolutely tickled.
I don't know. It sounds like it was my best friend, one of my best friend robots. I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
this one's
not
evil. This one's, well, your best friend may be evil, too. Do you know Ryan?
Oh, I know Ryan.
Okay, Ryan. In all honesty, Ryan has reached out to me. My name is Special K. I'm from KRBE, the Roula and Ryan Show.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
He said that you would be tickled if some of your robots went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Coming alive!
Oh, my gosh. Y'all are crazy. That is so funny. I want to get him. Oh, my gosh. Y'all are crazy. Thank you so much.
Yes,
you guys.
you're
This is my
welcome.
morning. You got me laughing.
Do you have a message for Ryan who set you up?
I'm going to get him back.
Can you say these words for me? Can you say Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show?
Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan show.
Yes, that's what it was. Oh, let me give you some applause.
I love that.
It's fine. It's fine. I trust you.
I love that Transformers sound. Is everything
Oh, sorry. What is that?
what are you hitting, Rula?
I don't know. What is that? Hold on. Why is that? It won't turn off.
Who wants to
There you go.
Give us your prank call.
Yeah. All right. KRVE.com/prank call requests, and Kevin will get with you.
Do you get paid to be a mayor?
Like
of a small town?
There's got to be a.
Or is that
I mean,
just-
I'm looking up the
You're
city
putting a
of
lot of hours
Patterson,
in, I
and
bet.
it shows you the city limits and how in July or September of 2023 they show like the new outlines of the city of Patterson.
Because one time I had the mayor of, was my Uber driver. I forget what the mayor was. It was towards Friendswood area, somewhere over there. But the guy's like, yeah, I'm the mayor of this place. I'm like,
I run Uber.
and you're taking me to Smart Financial side. I think it was one of our road shows or something.
Oh my god!
I'm like, the mayor of this
Okay,
town is
that's our
driving
dumb
me?
question and message today in the last day of the month. Do
8:20.
you get paid to be a mayor of a small town? I mean, obviously, big metropolitan cities. There's a salary for that. You're getting a mayor's salary, right? So
No,
wouldn't that be
Houston,
the same
obviously-
for the small towns? There's got to be some kind of budget because you're running the show.
Yeah, there's
you
some
are
taxes.
volunteering to run the show. That is not an easy job. To be a mayor is like paperwork and
wouldn't want it.
logistics. So 37530 if you have the answer on, and what do you get paid to be mayor of a town
It's
less
got to
than
be
1,000?
information, right? It's government job.
I mean, it's got to be, right?
So I
Because
think we should all be able to see that.
you
I'm
have
sure
to
we
know
can
like your
Google it.
state regulations. What the heck
It's
is that?
attacking. See, Rula didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, what?
You didn't know that. You don't know what that is.
That sound.
Do you?
Well, I just know it's like a robotic sound, but is it from a
Oh
TV
no,
show or
it's a
something?
very specific robotic
Like
sound.
Transformers, when Optimus Prime and all them, and
Yeah,
From the
Transform.
cartoon?
Yeah.
Yes. Anytime they transformed, it went.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
their
Now
sound.
that I hear it like that, yes.
Sorry, 80s joke.
Yep.
Womp womp.
No,
because Rula
I
probably didn't watch that.
watch
Yeah.
that, but I watched one where the guy, it was a
GoBots?
giant robot. I don't think it was called GoBots.
Voltron.
Was it Voltron?
Probably. They
where
all
the
plugged
pilot
together.
goes in the clear domed head of
one-
the robot and runs the robot.
There's one where like there were lions, like
Voltron?
four or five
I
different.
loved that one.
Like they had their own. They controlled each little lion thing, and then they jumped together and it made one giant.
No,
That might have been
remember that
Voltron. I get them mixed up because there's
I do too.
a Voltron and there's like two other ones where they all combined to be one.
And
giant.
Thundercats too. Somehow that fits in there.
Yeah, Thundercats. But they are not robots. Thundercats.
Right.
They're
Voltron, I gotta
cat
get
people,
images.
which everyone hates cat people.
Okay, Voltron is not it, Eric, because I'm looking at images of Voltron.
There's another one. There's
no-
like a knockoff because you know how Transformers had GoBots. GoBots were for kids like me that weren't smart enough to know how to put Transformers together and back.
An introduction to Voltron, the legendary defender. Okay, now
And then
we're gonna
also
deep dive this.
Mighty Morphin, or whatever, the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
They did the same thing too, didn't they? Didn't they all combine to make one giant robot?
Did they?
I could be wrong. I
Wait, the
can't remember.
Power Rangers would combine?
Didn't they do
I thought
something
they all
on-
did their own thing with their different colored jumpsuits and did their own little high
Yeah, but
kicks.
then they jump into something and they make a giant something. I can't. It was. I didn't watch it.
Well,
Kevin probably did it as a kid. But you're a Power Rangers kid.
No, that was. Oh, I'm going to age myself after talking about that.
hey, by the way, Eric,
That was
somebody
after
said
me.
There you go.
usually in the small town cities they are not paid; they are volunteers. One texter said.
Wow.
So maybe she's a volunteer.
Well, good for
Really
you.
Nice. KRB.com/prank call requests. Now, coming up next, we are going to help out a future mother of the groom. Her son's getting married. She needs some group therapy from you guys. And you know, when we talk weddings, ooh, that fires up a lot of people.
And mother-in-laws and weddings
So it's a mother-in-law wedding situation.
don't always mix.
What's the problem? Get ready to help her out next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
KRVE. Ladies and gentlemen, time for Roula and Ryan's group therapy.
Group therapy is where you contact us in a variety of ways. In this case today, the call came through the listener line at 713-278-VENT. That's 8368 on your phone. The thing I love about group therapy is we are the platform to the world that can help you get an answer.
Because there's always somebody out there that's probably had that problem. Like whatever you're thinking in your head.
Somebody else going
Just doing this show for 22 years. I'll say it, and then there's like 5 other people will text or call.
So let me give you the number to our
Send to
studio. So when you hear what this mother of the groom is going through, you can give us your thoughts. 833-390-KRBE. Here's what we got on the listener line.
Hey guys, I hope you can help me with this. My son is getting married. He's been with this girl for 4 years. I absolutely love her. But, as a mother of the groom, I'm limited on what I can do. I don't really have a lot of room to stand on. And something is just driving me crazy. They are making so many mistakes. Look, I have a lot of experience. I've married off 2 daughters. I know how to do this, but this is what's bugging me. She picked the very first venue, and we had this long list, and I was shocked when they called me because I'm like, wow, that's really surprising. And I even asked her mother, I'm like, y'all don't want to compare, menu, caterers, like you don't want to have some comparisons? And she's like, no, when she knows what she likes, she gets it and she'll choose and she's decisive. And I'm like, not on board. Because I've heard bad stuff about this place. So, I'm not paying for this, so I feel like my hands are tied. And if I stay muzzled, I guess that's fine, but it's like, I want my son to have a good wedding too, I just don't know whether to muzzle myself and just be quiet and let them do their thing, or to protest, or if it's a done deal. I just need your help knowing what I should do in this situation.
Okay, 833-390-KRBE. Hold on, 833-390-KRBE.
I feel like really you need to take notes. This could happen to you because you have your daughters.
Oh, yeah, because I have 2 daughters
and your son's
a son.
the youngest. So by the time you get to him.
Oh, my God, I could have had 2 weddings by the time. I don't know who's going to get married first.
Most likely. Get
married, but yeah.
And then you'll be like, I know the routine. I know Houston like the back of my hand.
Oh, can you imagine?
And
that would drive me crazy.
Now my son's future wife and her mom are taking over and they're not doing it right.
Well, listen, I'm glad she let us know in that call that she's not paying for anything, because that would have been my question. Are you paying for something? Because when you're paying for something, you should have a right to give your opinion.
Now, how's that work? Do you, say you offer me money, I'm your son. Do I say, that's great, but how much input do you want, Mom? Or do you just, you know what I mean? Because I'll take the money, but I don't want, if you're going to call the shots, that's not cool. I'd rather just be in debt and do it my way than have.
Okay, that brings up a good question, because this is the tricky thing with your parents paying for your wedding. Okay, so if you're the bride and your parents are going to pay for this wedding, totally on them. As the bride and the groom, then even there is a percentage of stuff you have to lean into that your parents want, because really it's their party for the start of your life. So they have friends that they want to have there to witness their daughter leaving the nest and starting her
maybe
life.
You're not close to those friends, but
then the daughter, as the bride, you'll be like, well, why do we have 3 tables of strangers? Well, they're not strangers. We know them. Yep. And then I can see how some people will get mad at that. But at the same time, is it the money that should dictate everything?
Yeah.
Oh, man, this is a good one. Okay, 833-390-KRBE. If you're just tuning in, a mother of the groom has called in. She is not paying for any of her son's wedding. She said she's not financially responsible for it, but she has married off 2 daughters, and she knows a lot. And the bride's family has just picked the very first venue on the list and just not going to go to anything else they made appointments with.
I know you're lining them up, but Kevin, it's like, do you get people to come to you? Do you get people to say, we're going to meet with some other DJs as well? Or do they just say, we love you, we love your presentation or whatever?
I would say most of the time they just want me, but I had someone the other day saying that they're considering other DJs, and I understand that people have a budget.
Yeah, you want to shop around.
Yeah, you definitely want to shop around. And I kind of enjoyed shopping for wedding venues. We went all over the place, and it was kind of neat to compare because it was a wide swath.
I was going to say, Kev, don't you feel like you might, even if you're stuck on one, let's say there's the first one you loved, don't you feel like it's just smart business to look at the other ones just to see the comparisons?
It's like contractors. You got to really shop them around.
Right, because what you don't know, especially because it's not like every day you're getting married.
Nope.
What if this venue has like a specific clause in a contract about an absolute fee that you have to pay that other venues are like, no, that's that.
But Ricky, people don't see that. They just see, as soon as I walked in, I knew this was the location.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
But it's the first one. But like you said, go back and look at other ones and then come back to it.
I don't care that I have to bring my own food, my own drinks, hire my own valet.
Oh, I didn't know that. If we had gone to the 10th place on the list, it would have been all included for the same price, but we didn't know. Okay, let's go to Samantha at 833-390-KRBE. Hi, Samantha. Good morning. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Hello. Are you speaking from experience, or you're just giving us your straight-up opinion for the mother of the groom?
So a little bit of both. So I totally agree with you guys. And, you have to shop around. That's good business. It's like a contractor. I know when I got married, I probably viewed, and toured, no joke, every wedding venue in Houston.
Nice.
And I ended up with, I ended up actually picking, the second one I toured, and I kind of knew that was the one. But that's like my opinion. I agree you should, because you want to know all the options.
So you're saying
the mother-in-law.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Roula.
No, okay.
But my advice would just be, like, it doesn't matter. Just, you need to be supportive. If you want to have a good relationship, is it really worth it? No. Like, I get her view of, like, the son and, like, her, like, want to make sure her son has a good wedding, blah, blah, blah. But that's, like, a boundary thing that they're going to have to hash out and figure out amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me throw this. I just thought of when you said about what if they come to the parents of the groom later because the budget has gone crazy, and the son says, "Can you just kick us like $8,000 for a part of this venue fee because of blah blah blah?" Then the mom will be like, "If you guys had shopped 4 more places, you probably would have that included."
That's cost me $8,000.
Then you really have to hold your tongue, right? So I guess the mother of the groom, as I feel like she knew it in the call. I don't know if I really say anything because I'm not.
So you're saying don't say anything if you want a healthy relationship, most likely.
Say nothing, because it doesn't matter what she says unless it's a positive thing. It's gonna get construed that the mother-in-law is a B word and she's just out to ruin the wedding and she doesn't like the daughter. It doesn't matter if that wasn't the intention. Mm-hmm. That's how it's going to be construed. So her hands really are tied. And even if they do ask for money, then it's either a loan and they're out to repay it, or it's a gift. And give someone a gift, they get to do whatever they want with it.
I like that.
Yeah, oh, that's a good point.
And you make a good point too. The mother-in-law is already from movies and just TV shows. We've always thought them as they're villains.
Mm-hmm,
so you do that you just go watch right into the storyline. Yep, my future mother-in-law is the villain.
Yeah. Carrie's up next, 833-390-KRB. We're talking weddings, mother of the groom. Not really crazy about the choice of the venue being the first one off the list and the first one contracted, and she doesn't know if she can say anything or not. Hi, Carrie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Carrie. What you got?
Hey. So I agree. I think boundaries are very important in a marriage, and I think that, but especially between a mother-in-law and a bride, and you don't want to create a situation where they're coming back asking for money. So, the mother of the groom said, look, it's not my show. I have experience, but I don't feel like they're managing this properly. I think that if she has issues that she's read about this particular venue, she should, address those issues that she read about. Let it be in the, hands of the bride to make those decisions. But also, she should say, we're willing to give this amount of money. She should say it ahead of time, early in the process, before the budget blows up. And then they're coming to them asking for money.
Because it does, right?
I think that should be usually... like, we are willing to contribute this amount of money. And then, they've set their boundary with that. And she's also done the responsible thing by bringing up the issues that she's read about the venue.
I like that. What do you think about the mother-in-law? Some people were texting the mother-in-law talk to her son, the groom, and let him, take that information to the bride to be her future daughter-in-law.
I think that creates a situation where it's a he said, she said.
Mama's boy.
I think if, they're becoming one, a husband and wife. And I think that relationship should, she's becoming a daughter-in-law. So I think they should talk, the mother-in-law, the future mother-in-law should talk to them together, just as like a Q&A kind of, brainstorming session, not as like she's coming as a mother-in-law,
Right.
I think
already just being in the role it's just I don't know what the impression, or like to your point, Eric, like mother-in-law.
It's a hard position to be in, but if you tell the son, she's right, he'll tell his wife or fiance, and it's gonna like the game of telephone. It's gonna go work.
But the son,
us guys, we're not good at that.
It is also his wedding day.
We'll say like my mom said. We should have checked more places because of this. My mom also said this. My mom said that.
You can't word it that way.
But that's
like
how guys usually will.
No.
It's
You don't word it like that.
My mommy.
No. You don't word it like that. You don't say my mom said. You just
That's what they'll do because they don't know.
Hey, for the price of whatever your parents are agreeing to pay, are we getting the most bang for our buck? If you're just tuning into the Roula and Ryan Show, we're doing a group therapy. A mom called our listener line and she asked for advice. Her son is getting married, loves the future daughter-in-law. They had a list of places they were all going to go see together. And the very first one got locked down. And the mother-in-law has already married off 2 of her daughters and feels like just to be smart, they should comparison shop and she's read some things about this place that aren't so great. Now, here's my question that we don't have the answer to because she didn't say it. Is everybody here in this city? And even if you are, so that's a lot of traveling. You know what I mean? Like, I have somebody in my family that doesn't live here that wants to get married here. So that's a lot of traveling. That'd be a lot of appointments to have to make to get here to make the appointment. So do they live in this city? And maybe that's why they locked it down so fast? If they do live in this city, like what our first caller said, she looked at all these places, but it still takes time.
You got to look around.
And sometimes if you look at too many places, then you get all confused. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Somebody got a point. They're like, if that was my mother-in-law and they had that experience, I would welcome the advice. So I'm thinking these two don't even really like each other that much. The future daughter-in-law and mother-in-law, because
she's not asking.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you want someone's? I'd want somebody's advice if you've been through.
If I know
something.
you've had if you've thrown 2 weddings, and I'm the third wedding
and you
to your
them?
kid, and I would ask what's the
What's
pros
the
and
harm?
cons?
What's the harm of having advice from your mother-in-law?
Yeah, what's something that we
Unless
should look out for that we don't know to look out for?
Unless you don't like them.
Every single one of us has gotten married, and isn't there something from your wedding day, Kevin? If maybe you wish maybe I wouldn't have spent money on that little thing there. That probably wasn't necessary. Or this didn't go how I thought it was going to go. It was okay, but it could have been this way. I mean, you learned something from your event. You learned something.
Yes, definitely. I definitely learned some things. And it just was, just had to do with the photography and whatnot and the timing of it. And I think that's the only thing that I felt remiss about. But I have seen a lot of things at weddings that's like, was that really worth it, y'all? No one looked at it or used it. I had to make announcements about it.
What is the thing that you've seen the biggest waste?
Because Kevin has done many a wedding as a DJ.
I mean, I know there's so many things, but like some you've seen like 2 or 3 times that you go, yeah, people probably should not spend money on that. Is there anything?
Sometimes the picture booth with all the costumes and whatnot is kind of played out. Like no one wants to put on a stupid costume and do that picture booth. However, the picture booth that prints out the photos right there and then for you, that one is fun.
And has your date on it?
Yeah, but the thing is, make sure you put it in a place that is like you can see it. It's accessible, because then I have to stop the dance floor like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the picture booth is open still.
It's around the corner.
There's no one in line right now.
Right now.
You should go and take a lot of pictures because they paid for it.
Where's it at? It's around the corner.
Yes. Also, outside we have the
fountain.
the chocolate fountain booth where you can go outside and get an ice cream with chocolate on it from the little trailer. You just have to go outside around the corner. I know it's raining a little bit. It'll be fine. It's just things.
Right. Connie's up next. We're talking about a mother of the groom, not financially responsible for the wedding of her son, and feels like not really happy with the plans the bride has made so far with the wedding venue. Hi, Connie. Good morning. I understand you just went through this?
I did just go through this.
Tell us.
I have 2 sons. The first one I kind of got not really way too involved, but it didn't go well. Uh-oh. So my son just recently got married, actually 2 weeks ago. I absolutely adore my daughter-in-law.
Awesome.
So I set boundaries from the very beginning. I said, I'm here to support you. I want to be a part of it for whatever you want me to be a part of. And she was really gracious. She involved me almost in everything, along with her mother, whom I had a great relationship with. We sat down and we looked at different wedding venues. She invited me to go with her and her mom.
That's good.
And we looked at certain wedding venues. And I said to her from the very beginning, if you want my opinion, please don't ask me in front of your family, because I don't want to upset your family by my opinions and for them to think that I swayed you. So she did it. She was very gracious about that. We sat down on side notes. We looked at all of the venues. And then we sat down, all 3 of us, and said, these are the pros and the cons, what we like, what we don't like. We agreed upon a lot of things, but then there were certain things, that we disagreed upon. She did, though, however, we did all agree on one eventually that we all absolutely adored. But then when it came to, the vendors or whatever, right, I said up front, I will give you X amount of money, and that is all that I'm going to give you. And contribute to whatever you want to do, whether it's for the DJ, whatever. And if you guys go above that budget, it's on you. And then then there were certain vendors at the wedding that I said that they were like, oh, this is probably a good idea. We had a popcorn vendor, and I literally said, if you want that, I will pay for that. That will be one of my gifts to you as the bride and the groom or whatever. And everything literally worked out perfect. In the end, everybody was happy. The bride and groom knew their budget. There wasn't anything else to discuss.
That's awesome.
And anything that they paid over, they paid for it.
But see, they invited you. They invited you to the to go check out the venues, and they wanted your opinion. That's
okay, let me
cool.
ask you this, Connie. Actually, I'm not going to ask you this. I'm going to reiterate what Connie said for those that just tuned in. That I think what you said is really nice and important. You told the bride and your son, if you want my opinion on something, don't ask me in front of your family so they don't think I swayed you. Let's talk about it privately. I'll give you my thoughts and you take it as you hear it.
That's smart.
That's really good.
Correct.
I mean, you have a good relationship with your bride to be.
You're very mature and smart.
I like that, Connie. Thanks a lot. We learned a lot from you. Have a great day. Congratulations on all the weddings.
Too. Thank you. Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you. Happy New Year. Oh, my God. I was going to say today, by the way, take your Christmas tree down.
Come on, people. It's
I saw
31st.
yesterday on the corner a dead tree, and I was thinking, that family was on the fence like, oh, my God, the whole neighborhood's going to know our tree was still here because it's a dead tree. It was like half brown.
How'd they keep it alive
that
long?
thing is a fire hazard, and they're like, get this thing out of our house.
I would take it, put it in the back of my truck, and then drop it off at another person's house. Like,
yeah, because you would have to leave it on the corner, so everyone's like, oh, yeah, look at that, January 30th, take a tree down. So that's your note there. Happy New Year, and take your tree down. Tomorrow is February. Y'all go to the listener line at 713-278-VENT if you have something else you want to share with us. The phone lines were full. Anytime we bring up the word wedding, instant opinions coming from everywhere. The majority of people are saying, yes, unfortunately for the mother of the groom, she just needs to stay in her own lane.
And somebody wants us to do bad mother-in-law stories. So maybe we can bring that next week.
Sure, of course. I mean, that's going to fill up the phones for sure. For sure.
How about bad father-in-laws? You never
just
hear
bad in-laws.
It's always mother-in-law. What about the father?
Maybe even bad sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Brother-in-law. All in-law.
Father-in-law. What the hell are you asking me?
Yeah, we don't know anything. That's what.
You have a bad father-in-law, Kevin. In your world, it would be like the thing that would drive you the most crazy. Let's just say Booster had a fictional father-in-law who loves to fix things up. And every time you come home, he's tinkering around something on your house and nobody ever asked you. And you tinker at your house and he's doing it wrong.
And he's critiquing
your work. That would drive you bananas.
Yeah, that's some shoddy
you use
drywall.
The 3/4? I would have used the 1/8.
Well, Oscar was really good at stuff like that, and he taught us a lot, but he never came in and nitpicked, luckily.
Oh, man.
That's your face.
All right, coming up next. The Grammys are happening this Sunday. They just signed on a new presenter that has a lot of people very excited. We'll go over it next on the Roula and Ryan Show and Scoop.
Get ready. This is Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE.
Brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. And just want to remind you guys, on Sunday are the Grammys. So February 2nd, Grammys, March 2nd, Oscars, and everything in between, lots of award shows.
I will say the Grammys, they know how to do it. It's a party.
It is, because it's all these different types of bands and groups that you wouldn't see together, and they kind of mash them together, and they do these awesome group performances you wouldn't expect.
You go to watch the Oscars, it's just a bunch of people... Rich people that movies we never cared about.
Well, some of them aren't rich. You know who's not rich, Eric?
Which one?
The ones that have those animated short.
Oh, yeah.
But they are not rich.
But then they go up there and talk for 2 minutes. I'm like, I don't care. I want to see the Oscars have people go up there and have to act out the scene they were in.
I know, you've been saying that for years.
That is awesome. The Grammys, they go up there and perform and sing, right?
They do.
Well, then if you're an actor, go up there and I'm going to give you...
Start acting. Let me see their scene.
I'm going to give you a scene. Go.
It doesn't hit the same when you don't have the music, cinematography, the scene, the setting, and all that.
If you're good, you can
imagine
do it.
if Heath Ledger, had he not passed away, and he had to go up there for the Joker and just be up there in Joker makeup and a tux. And wait till I get like what's his famous line?
His lips.
Yeah, just licks his lips a lot and makes that crazy noises. I'm like, okay, that doesn't feel the same.
I know how I got these scars.
Yeah, I get these scars. Okay, well, they just added Taylor Swift as a presenter for the Grammys for 2025, so that is really exciting for them because they know it's going to be a viewer's getter. She's been nominated for 6 awards for this year's ceremony, including Record of the Year for Fortnite with Post Malone. He'll be here at Rodeo Houston, March the 18th. And she's up for Album of the Year for the Tortured Poets Department, which if she wins, she cements even more her record, because last year she made history by winning Album of the Year for the 4th time. Nobody's ever won it 4 times. If she wins it again, it'll be 5 times. She's just that much more of a gap in her status. She has presented before. Back in 2008, she presented Umbrella Grammy to Rihanna and Jay-Z for Best Rap Song Collaboration. And she also presented with Miley Cyrus in 2009 for the Best Pop Collaboration Award. That year, it was Alison Krauss winning. Anybody remember that song? No. Anyway, my point. There doesn't matter. That's the point. There are so many Grammys that are given out to artists, you're like, oh, I don't know what they sang. Like the best new artist Grammy for years has been talking. That we talk about like that's so weird that person won best new artist when like the really hot hit maker didn't win it, and then nobody heard from that artist again that won that year.
We got to hold one, remember? At Beyonce's place.
Oh yeah. We went to the Destiny Child Studios on Hadley downtown. Is it Midtown? It's kind of like Midtown-ish, and that is where the House of Darion.
Yes, cool.
And all that. So
open that, remember, he
goes, the Moon Man from the MTV
opened that
Movie Awards
sliding door. He goes, "Go ahead,
pick up whatever you want."
Them. Did that blimp, Nickelodeon blimp?
Yeah, the Kids' Choice Award, the Grammy, the Moon Man.
That was cool.
Do we hold the American Music Award? I can't remember, but she has a lot.
We're grabbing them all.
She had a lot in that case. So you can see all the nominees at Grammys.com if you want to kind of follow along. There are like over 80 categories. They only do 10 on television. Okay. If they even get to 10.
Yeah, it's all music.
Yeah, it's all music.
Performances.
Dwayne Wade made it public in the last 24 hours that he had a shocking diagnosis when he went in for a routine full exam scan. His father had to have surgery. He did not say what kind of surgery it was. But because his father had to have surgery, he decided to go to the doctor and say, I have some questions I can't answer, so let me go get a full body exam. That's what he said. He got a full body exam. He just thought it was going to be answering some questions. Well, then they tell him, you have kidney cancer.
Oh, dang.
So he had surgery where they took out 40% of his kidney. And that turned out to be a move that was life-saving. He's coming out now to tell everybody they found a tumor in his kidney. It was cancerous. He had surgery. He's removed 40% of his kidney, and now he's here to tell the story.
I still feel like it'd be cheaper for insurance companies to make everyone get a scan. Like how you...
A body scan.
Like how you do
advanced body scan.
scan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I know it's not cheap, but if everyone did that, they'd catch stuff early, and then you wouldn't have to. Insurance companies would have to pay all that money for cancer treatments and stuff because you caught it early.
Preventative.
Yeah, because
stuff.
you think about it, we call it health care, but really, isn't it sick care?
Yeah.
We get cared for once we know we're sick versus caring for ourselves while we're healthy. You just hope that once a year when you go, they don't tell you anything off. But then again, we've learned from so many people who have found out about so many different diseases that they don't test for this or this or this at the annual well check or anyway. So advanced body scan, speaking of that, I really think it is 100% a lifesaver. I have met people that have gone to go get their hearts scanned. You can do that for $149 and they find out you need an angioplasty like right now.
And it's easy because I was scared it was going to be like a MRI.
No, it took 5 minutes. I did it as well.
Yeah, we feel like you're stuck in that thing. No,
it's
wide open.
It's an open donut.
Because it's a CT scan.
Yeah.
It's not the other big deep machine.
And they can see all the things going on.
Especially with your heart, man. Mm-hmm. You have heart issues in your family.
How many people do we know, guys, that are fit? They run every day or they go to the gym. They'll have like a heart attack on the trail. They'll have a heart attack in the gym. Who was the big trainer from The Biggest Loser for all those years? Bob. I can't remember his last name right now.
Not Groves.
It was Bob and Jillian.
Oh, Bob.
Bob had a heart attack in the gym. And he's like the most fit person. But because sometimes it's just genetic. Like it's just, high cholesterol, all that kind of stuff. If you got a scan, to your point, Eric, yeah, it'd be great if we could all get it cleared for a scan once a year.
I guess they have to pay, they have shareholders and stuff. They have to show results now. They can't worry about 20 years from now when that's when it would pay off because they don't care about that.
Well, here's the problem. If you scanned everybody and you found out something was brewing with everybody,
then they'd have to pay for it.
That's money they have to pay to get that, to offset that. So that's money they have to spend that they don't want to spend, right?
Yeah, and then they might run out.
So if they find out when you're near death's door, they're like, well, it's a gamble.
It's too late now.
You're older.
Nah.
You only have 3 years.
Let's see what happens.
Whatever happens.
Kidney tumors can be treated through surgery or other therapies. The Cleveland Clinic explained on its website, early detection is vital for success in treating and recovering from kidney cancer. And Dwayne Wade is on the road to health because he found this tumor in his kidney and had the surgery, which they say turned out to be life-saving.
Coming up next, Roula did a hot take on movies earlier this week about how she hates the movie E.T. and she thinks anyone that watches that is
I didn't say that.
She did not say moron. She said that she don't like it.
I said I didn't like. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, and I didn't like it because it scared me. I think he looked creepy, and I'm not showing it to my children.
Well, I want us to go around the room and people text in and call in for hot takes when it comes to food.
Okay.
Like, what is your hot take with food? Like, I am over going to restaurants that has to have a plate that's 500 degrees with the food on it. You're going to burn yourself. And half the time, then it overcooks the food. Like
it's still cooking the food while it's on.
I don't need that. You're trying to reinvent the sizzling fajita plate, and you're trying to do this.
Isn't it funny at Tex-Mex restaurants they say that plate this plate is very hot, and they put it like 2 inches from your body, and like they trust that you're not going to touch
Good
it
luck
with
with
the
that.
edge of your hand.
I just feel with these steak places that they have to stop. Stop the gimmick. It's a gimmick, and all you're doing is you're just going to overcook the meat.
So Eric does not like it when you have hot plates. He wants only cold salad plates for his hot
No,
steak.
no sizzling fajitas?
Well,
I like the
fajitas
sizzle, the
they're
fajitas.
grandfathered in.
Okay, so fajitas are excluded
I think
from
Ruth
this.
Chris might have been one
Right.
of the first steakhouses to start the sizzling plate.
The
But
sizzling
now
plate.
I was at a place last night, and I love the place, but I'm just like, dude, we really need this.
So they sizzled your steak in front of you for your birthday.
Oh, hopefully it was butterflied.
And then you flip the table.
Well done, butterfly. No.
It's a piece of coal.
That's a hot take. You do that, you deserve to get slapped.
390 KRVE 833-390 KRVE. What's your hot take on food? Basically, that's your complaint.
Yeah, okay.
What you need to stop.
Yep, please.
Next on the Roula and Ryan Show.